Hello and welcome to Lurie Walls and the Mermaid Room. It's spring and my saguaro is blooming and my ocotillo is blooming and it's beautiful. So let's go see what's happening inside the Mermaid Room. First thing we walk into, Red Sea Reefer 525. The water is not clear. Part of the reason I haven't made a video in a while is constantly there's something happening and I have to fix something. Well, one of the main things we all know that happened was I lost most of the fish. Well, let's just say all of the fish that I had in the 240-gallon aquarium. So I decided we're going to change the plan over there, especially after my husband saw the humu eat a fish. He decided we did not need to have that kind of fish, even though that's the kind of fish I wanted. Anyhow, so much for that. And so I decided I was going to take a few of the fish from here. I went ahead and, spent the big bucks, bought a trap so I wouldn't have to tear everything down. The trap sat in this corner, and with the gyre effect happening with the gyre pump, the trap door flew off, busted up some coral, and so now I've got pieces lying about, and I'm going to gather those little frags and take down to my local fish store where hopefully I'll get some credit. In the meantime, I ended up tearing down my whole aquascape because after a week, I couldn't catch that fish. I couldn't catch any of the fish that I wanted to catch. Let's put it that way. So the copper band, of course, in and out of the fish trap was like, hey, take me, take me. And I was like, no, you're going to be the biggest fish in this tank, so you're going to stay here. In the meantime, the male floral tail anthias, oh gosh, have you ever seen the colors? Look at this fish. He is gorgeous. Even with the particulates floating around in the water, you can see his coloration is spectacular. So we have just the two in here. And the main fish that I really wanted to catch here was the Tomini tank, because plenty of algae issues happening in this aquarium. I've spent quite a bit of time trying to clean it up, get the water flowing so that I don't have dead spots. But so first fish I wanted to catch was him, and he just wasn't going to have any of it. So we can see I've got corals over here now. A few, and a juvenile queen angel who's doing so well. Here goes the Tomini. So we have 6 green chromas. This crazy ass wrasse. Okay, you see this wrasse? I had him over in the Red Sea Reefer. And the first time, it's been several months ago, I was doing some rock changes with the aquascape. I found him in a sock. He had gone ahead and just jumped over the overflow and was down in a sock. And he was in that sock, probably in a bucket. I use these things here when I'm changing filters. Walmart, $3. They're called dishwashing things. People go camping. Anyway, they're $3, and you can put a lot of stuff in there. So I put my dirty filters in there, and I found him, saved his life that time, threw him back in the tank. This time, he completely jumped out over the far corner and smacked the ground so hard down here that I thought, well, he's not going to make it now. He had to have broken his back or his neck or had some kind of head injury, whatever. I picked him up with my thumb and forefinger. He never gasped, never flinched, never tried to get released from my finger. I carried him all the way across the room. I set him in the water over here just to see, well, we'll see if he's going to make it. He swam straight across the tank. I didn't see him for about 2 hours. I thought, oh, he went under a rock to die. More mess for me to clean up, right? No, I've saved his life twice. So he's, well, let's hope that he's not needing to be a cat. Okay, let's not go for 9 of those little excursions. I did have a loss of the new fish that I just got from Live Aquaria. They were actually, all of my fish were in quarantine for a while. I've learned my lesson. So quarantining fish as they come in and treating them as need be. But I had a lemon peel angel, absolutely gorgeous. Would not eat from day one. Tried everything from live foods to miniature foods to greens to, I mean, nothing. The fish would not eat. So I probably put him in this tank about 3 days too early, thinking, well, there's sponge in the rocks here and such, that maybe he'll find that appetizing. And no, he didn't make it. He was gone. But I do have 3 engineer gobies in here. So I just thought I would let you know that for anybody who's wondering how to keep your sand from getting stale, definitely you want to set them up on an area so that there is like a crawl space under your rocks. And an engineer goby will clean out the rest and make little pockets of, hidey holes that they go down under, and then you really don't see them very often unless they get super hungry. And for Bubba Shinobi, there's his pajama cardinal. He brought to me, oh gosh, over a year ago. And because I already had Grandpapa, I've had this pajama cardinal for like 12 years. So the 2 of them are like a little team, just to let Bubba, your fish is in the 240, hanging with some space. You'd think that a pajama cardinal would be all excited. Nah, they're like, whatever. Oh, look at this cool little puffer, blue spot puffer. They get about, 4.5 inch max, so he's a small one, but he actually can eat larger food than you could even imagine. So a lot of activity happening in the 240-gallon tank. I, of course, have some really cute little clownfish that want nothing to do with my anemones. Where I thought I had 3 anemones, I have 4. I didn't realize that there had been another split undetected, so whatever. It is what it is. I'll have a little anemone farm over here. And I'm just so excited about the queen doing so well. And let's see if I can get us a little peek underneath. Okay, see, I have no wood under here, but I do have areas where you can see the sand has been removed. This is where an engineer goby, oh, you can kind of see, there he is. That's the big one. And I've added 2 small ones, so he wouldn't be in here all alone. So there are 3 total, 2 smaller ones and the big one. And they are very cool looking. I mean, he looks like a miniature eel, like a snake coloration, very cool looking stripes, and I just really like the fish. So another wonderful thing that's happened over here, the roller mat. Roller mat, no more socks. No more socks. Roller mat. And we've made several adjustments. We had it way too high, had a waterfall of noise, which, listen, I don't hear any waterfall. So we adjusted it down, had to extend our pipe. It's a never-ending little project we have going here. The caulerpa's growing wonderfully in the sump, just tons of that. So still I am having to dose this. I am doing an Opox for now. And I'm thinking that I may very well put in some bio balls like this stuff here. And I'm really liking the results I'm getting from this. I bought this great big pump, Rio 1700, and I think I'm going to try putting it on the larger Fosban reactor and setting that up for over here and see if I can get some better results of keeping the water clean. Do I hear hum? Oh, the chiller just turned off. So yes, it's chiller season, so we get all kinds of noises happening here, and the water falling noise was the last thing I needed. But another really cool thing my husband helped me with, we got these lights. This is the old Beck-Spec razors I had over the 525 XL, and we just cut some legs, and we're using part of the legs to connect them end to end, so that they'd be in a straight line, and then we took the rest of the legs to support the center section on its own, because the weight of it could not be supported by the two end legs. So it's more uniform. I get a more straight line of light down the center of the tank. That enables me to get better placement for the corals I have in here. And we're just going to kind of see how things go. Something that, if anyone's ever bought a used aquarium like this one, I bought this tank used. Let's see if I can get, you can probably see there's green lines, because once the scratches in the glass, see if we can get it. Algae will grow in those little fine scratches in the glass, so you're going to have obvious scratches, but you know, if you're not going to focus on those things, the tank is quite beautiful. So anyhow, enjoy the day, enjoy the spring, welcome back to the Mermaid Room, and have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.